expression many times about waiting for a bus, and of course along comes 6 after you've been waiting for half an hour. Well, this is where the expression comes from. 6 very large, very powerful ex-London Transport buses raring to go in this double-decker bus Grand Prix over 15 laps. Now, one bus is a little unusual because it has got a camera installed. That's the view from inside the cab, and the man behind the wheel there is John Clark. In we go then. Let's see how they're going to make out. There's not a lot of room out there. They're very big, they're very wide. They're Daimler Fleet lines. 11.1 litres of power in the back of each of those buses. Now the question is, who can make a break for it? The drivers are all regular bus drivers, so they know what they're doing. And number 3 now begins to make a break for it. That's Chris Critchett from Westcliff. Beginning to get the hang of it a little now. 1 or 2 of the others taking it a little more cautiously. 4 moving up on the outside is Terry Knight from Lee. Who's going to have a chance at overtaking? That's really the thing, because there is room, but once that bus starts to tip as you go round the corners, there's number 7 with John Clark at the wheel. Number 5, the back marker, is Graham Timms from Aveley. And that's the view from the cab of number 7, and the man behind the wheel is John Clark.
Well, we made a great start, Nigel. A switch from the inside to the outside at the back, but we've got a bit of blocking here. I'm up now into 2nd position, but this guy in front here, in number 3, I think he's going to slow me down a little bit, and that could see us all get bogged down in the traffic.
Oh, and a bit of a twitch on the number 5 there. I hope your number 5 late night bus home doesn't twitch like that. Now a chance for John Clark on the outside in number 7. Now then, can he make a dash for it down the outside this time? If 2 moves over, he maybe will have a chance, but 2's taking it fairly wide into the bend. 8 laps of the 15 have gone. And the big question really now is, can he this time make a break for it? Will 2 move over? He's leaving a gap on the inside. Now, can John switch to the inside? Yes, there's a chance, but no, he just gets his nose cut off again. That's just like they are in London. Is the going a bit tough, John?
I was travelling up the inside now, Terry Challen. I think somebody's dropping a little bit of oil because it's getting very, very slippery indeed. I see some slick black rubber marks. The outside line is definitely the quicker, but with 11.1 litres of Leyland engine there, we just can't get it down on the ground, I'm afraid. This is the worst bend now. The pit turn, it's very, very slippery indeed. You can just see the understeer, but we're on full lock on this bend. I think I might catch Terry Challen by surprise in a minute, but he knows which is the quickest line and he's sticking there.
Well, that's the difference between a rally driver and a bus driver, I suppose, when it comes to handling this sort of machinery. John Clark obviously got his hands full in no uncertain terms, but he's desperate to try and get past that number 2 leader there. The question is just finding a line where he's going to get a reasonable amount of grip. John going to risk a dash down the outside into that turn. Now, can he come right around the outside? That fence is getting awfully close. He puts a bit of a twitch on. They're neck and neck now. This is it. John Clark's got to make a go for it round this turn. This is the bend that is slippery. This is where he felt the oil was on. He said last time he'd got full lock and it really wasn't going round quite far enough, but he seems to have found a wee bit more grip this time, taking it down the outside. We're on lap 12. There's only 3 more to go. And he's still got to get himself in front, and he just cuts across the bows there, in fact, to take up the lead. Certainly has to pull it back sharply as he comes off that bend to get it back online for the straight. That front wheel drifting out there. We saw the tyre trying to grip. John trying to change gear there. It's a semi-automatic gearbox. Bit of a pothole on the inside. Little bit of water. Right, John, you've got the lead now. Are you going to hang on in there?
It looks as though we are, Nigel. It's very, very slippery indeed. It's full lock on the turns. Terry Challen is lurking there in the background. But I think if we can take him on this back turn, we're OK. We tried a bit of gear changing and it didn't come off. But this is the worst bend now. Chronic understeer. It's just unbelievable. Terry avoiding action in the background, but I can see the last lap ball. We've just got to hang on.
All right, John, hang on in there. You've got one more lap to go. You can see him fighting. It's power steering, of course, but there's still a great deal of machinery, in fact, to try and keep on the right line. When you've got the slippery surface and another one right behind you, obviously it's a bit of a problem. A bit of a scrap now developing as these three come into the final bend together. John Clark taking it a bit easier. He's found a slippery bit on the inside and can't come a lot faster. There's number 2 coming right round the outside, Terry Telling, and as they come to the line, it's going to be a very close fought thing, and I think number 2 just manages to get past ahead of John Clark. A real last-minute dash.